Okay, we are back out here tonight, and so some interesting news that we figured out this morning are columns. Again, we found something else about how they were made wrong. So we gave the metal manufacturer a specific measurement. It's called the tight measurement between the top of the beam, which is level with the top of the foundation, to where the bottom of the upper floor beam is supposed to sit. So this tight measurement, it was different for the 24-inch deep beam, the two columns that hold that up, than it was for the other 4 columns that we have running down the middle of the house here. So I gave them a tight measurement of 10 foot 3 1/8. And so we measured the column here on the outside, and that was set at 10 foot 3 1/8. So that was correct. And we were able to verify because this beam was supposed to sit a foot above our wall, because we're going to have our floor joists run up to the edge, the upper level of this beam. And so the wall has to be underneath the first floor walls that are under those second floor joists. And so everything on this side looked great and no problems there. So we thought we were good. Well, come to find out, after we get our big 24-inch beam in, is this side of the beam where there's the double column. This side, this column was supposed to be at 10 foot 3 1/8 for the tight measurement. We discovered it's at 10 foot 5 1/8. So it's 2 inches higher than the other side, which means our beam is not level. And the corner of it sticks up 2 inches. I'll see if I can show you guys here. 2 inches past the top of the other beam. So if you can see right there, there's a little jog. It's because that big 24-inch beam is too high. So we thought it through, and there was a couple different ways that we could approach this. We could have the manufacturer come out, and we could either take out the double beam here, or the double column here, and have them cut from the bottom, or we could have them come out, cuts off the top cap at the top of the column, cuts off 2 inches, and then puts the cap back on. But if we did that, we would have to wait a week or more for the welder to come out and get the work done and put it back together, and we wouldn't be able to set our beam, we wouldn't be able to set our floor joists and all that. So the next option was the manufacturer for our LVL beams does allow for us to cut a notch in the corner of the beam. So that's what we're going to do on this side. We're going to cut a notch 2 inches high and to the edge of the metal cap on the column, so that this side of the beam will sit 2 inches lower into the column, the top of the column, so that the whole beam is going to be level. So we're going to have to do that before we can finish installing all the hangers and the joists over here. But in the meantime, before we get that done, my dad is over here. He's got this other beam on this end of the house. He's got it installed here, and he's been putting the hangers on. That's what he's doing right now. He's attaching the hangers, so all of our second floor joists are going to hang in each of those hangers across the beam. So that's what he's working on right now, getting those installed. He has to do them on both sides, this side and the other side, and because we'll have floor joists running from the outside walls and hanging off of the beams in the center of the house. So that's what he's working on right now. And then we have to notch that beam, get the last beam in the middle. Oh, looks like it's actually installed over here. I just didn't see it. So we have let's see, I'll show you here. The beam right there is our 2-ply beam. So if you can tell, get underneath here so you can see. So it's only 2 pieces, 2 LVL pieces that are glued and nailed together. And that's because we've got a gap. We have to put some blocking in where the gap in the column is right there. And we'll put some blocking there. So that 2-ply beam is so that our stair can run up there and we have our last riser. So we couldn't fit a 4-ply, so that's why we had to make it a 2-ply beam right there, so that it didn't conflict with the top of our stairs. So that beam is in, and we'll have to put in hangers on each side of that beam as well. And from there, we can then start getting our joists hung for our second floor. So it seems like, it's a typical construction project. Nothing really goes the way it's supposed to, and you're going to have conflicts and issues and things go wrong. So we're trying to just make it work as we go and make sure that we're installing things the way they're supposed to be installed, so that we have a quality, well-built home. But we've had a few snags along the way, and sometimes things take longer than expected. So hopefully we can get moving here quickly on our second subfloor, and so that we can get all framed up and watertight on the exterior before the fall hits in about a month or two. So we shall see how it goes, but stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to keep up with the project, and we can't wait to see you guys in the next video.